Sketchy Live. It's the first live that I think might be going out to Facebook as well, because I've got it on the so going out to Facebook, to Twitch, to YouTube, and to Twitter. So we'll see if we get any comments coming on Facebook. I just created a Facebook account for me as an illustrator. I think so far I've got about 3 people following, so so I've got a few notes in for my current page that I'm doing, which is page 8 and 9, which on book 2 of the Elijah and Crumpet Kids book is book 2, page 5. So I know it gets confusing, a bit blown out there. It always tends to blow out a bit on the small thumbnails. So the suggestions are we come right in, because we do have a bit of wasted space here. I have got a page guide that I made in Typorama, non-affiliated, as to where the page could go. I just moved Mum. Mum was meant to be over there, but I moved Mum for yesterday's thumbnail. So I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at bringing that page in. I know it's a bit of an edit now, but it's some major stuff, so I should probably do it now rather than later, so we don't shoot ourselves in the foot later. Also, another suggestion from Rob from Elijah and Crumpet was the shorts. We did change the shorts colour last night, but as it turns out, where Elijah is standing, it's quite similar to the hills behind, so I'm changing that hill colour behind Elijah. Another note is that there will be a 3mm bleed all around here, and I've put the Tesla right on the edge of page, not thinking. I'm going to bring the Tesla in and add some gum trees, and I've got the text as well, so I might just try recreating this page in the live tonight. The live should be about an hour. People hop on. It's what I'm calling is a ask me anything type deal. I don't know if I've got because I just signed in. I don't have any of my pre-made little titles because of I had to log out. I had to reload Prism Live Studio on my mobile phone, so I could add Facebook. So I don't have any of those titles, but they'll be coming later. Hey Rob, how you doing? I've just been going through all the edits that you mentioned for this page. So I think rather than come back and edit it later, I'm going to get into it now. So we'll make another page. Love the Crumpet Dream. Yep, thank you very much. Yeah, it's that face expression is kind of just what I was imagining. It's got that very Muppety look as he's and because Crumpet's kind of really you driving the Tesla, isn't it? Because apparently you do like to drive the Tesla quite fast. Okay, so let's add 4:35, and I'm taking notes today too. Every live stream, got to get better with the live streams, because I want to if I do something a little bit different each time of a live stream, it will just get better and better. I need my correct pen. 435 by 222, 300 dpi, but I make that millimeters and it brings me down to 15 layers. Should have a speeding ticket stuck to his face. Minute taker. Yeah, I'm kind of doing some minute taking as well. Directly under my page here is a piece of paper I've got into. Also, I find if I want to get back to a bit that I was talking about, to add some chapters into my live stream, because that apparently helps the algorithm, and chapter in the questions. So if we have any Q&A type stuff, I can put in a time code for it. Now, let's see. Let's make everyone go away. And we'll work on bringing the background across. And we also got to move the text. Now I can't quite see what's going on over here. I think I've just removed a black line. That was that line. That line can merge down to there. And in fact that can merge down into the background. Always makes me nervous when I do that, but so sadly the Tesla is part of the background as well, but I can do a cutout and move kind of arrangement. So I'll go here and we'll copy that, go into a gallery, go back in here. Okay, and now I can, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I like it when I come up with a good idea. Here we go, the Tesla's in. Has the shading's gone. That was on another layer, but I'll bring it in. That's no problem. Or, given what's happened just here, the fact that I can just move it all up is perfect. So I will bring the shading across. Because I thought I was going to have to cut the Tesla out. So let's bring Tesla back in with the smiley face. It's got to have a smiley face. Merge these down. Okay, Tesla is all now fixed here, and that's the layer we've highlighted. Now we go to the copy. Yep, the shading is merged. Yep, perfect. Now, copy, head out to my new page, and paste that, kaboom. And this is going to work really well because just bring that up a bit and give me a bit of space here before I move it across a bit too. So I just have to put my arm around my tripod here. I have to do it again. So we might need to put in some more clouds depending. I mean, we might not even have But I get what you're on about, Rob. It did feel quite small. It's still maybe get the edge of that. I'll bring in my half page blank just to get a feel for half page. Oh, I can do that in there. So my half page blank is here. Fit the screen, and then we'll bring the transparency down. Just kind of make sure that that's I mean, it's a rough guide. It's just a rough guide as to what center is. Not affiliated with Typorama. It's a really good app. So let's have a look at that. And then we'll really soft so we can, it's not too distracting. It does look much better. Yep, you're right. It's so good doing it as a collaboration like we've been doing, you know. Kind of almost being able to edit on the go because you're seeing exactly what's happening. I think it's the way of the future. I think it is the way of the future for doing this kind of work. Could even have Crumpet still on the right page. Yep, could do. I'm just gonna do a raise the Tesla. Not in a monster truck style, but just, you know. I'd like to see a monster truck Tesla, like a Cybertruck that's a monster truck. With Mum, while Elijah is on the left of his words above. Left, words above. Yep, okay. Now I will need to create the bottom of the tyres. Bridgestone, I think. I hope we haven't lost. Our next book, Toy Monster Truck Tesla and Toy Shop, yeah. Now, Rob, can you tell me if I'm still live? I've just had to plug in. I forgot to plug in. I need a checklist. Testing. Am I still going live or did I drop out? That would be a pain in the backside if I've dropped out. Yes, live. Okay, great. Because that little sign comes up on the phone saying low battery and everything kind of blurs out and then it comes back like it's live. And I had that the other night and I thought I was still going live, but I was not. And I was talking to myself quite happily with no one watching. So get another layer in here. Go into sketching HB. So yeah, Rob, so I'm going live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. That's pretty exciting. I did miss you. Was that when I disappeared? Yeah. And I thought all was still fine and dandy. but it wasn't. I enjoy my routine now, so it felt like I was a gap when you disappeared. Sorry about that. Okay, this is looking good. I'm liking this. Okay, so let's bring all these down. So that's all fun and dandy. Now we can bring in some characters. Now here, so we've got Crumpet here. The Crumpet stack. Hopefully that Crumpet stack's going to become massive sometimes. Great Facebook. I'm actually just running an ad with one of our most popular Facebook posts for Courier Mail article and getting website clicks from it. Yeah, that's cool. I was just saw something today, and it was all about promoting yourself as an artist online, and you know, and the big thing which they kept harping on about was Facebook marketing and targeted marketing on Facebook. And I thought, I just really need to be on that, because, you know, the targeting is something which is incredibly useful. And apparently it's the AI is better than Google's. So Elijah and Crumpet. I also just set up a Gumtree account for Elijah and Crumpet to sell Motivate Man. I'm targeting Sydney at the moment, so I'll repost in each city to reach maximum people. Gumtree, yeah, that is a very interesting idea. I've had a similar idea myself in terms of like, but I'm not actually selling any artwork yet. But you know, like if people are looking for big pieces of art for their house or something like that, because I sold, when we were moving out of our old house, I sold this massive old painting that had been in the family for a while, but I didn't want it anymore. I just didn't like it. It's just one of those things. You feel a bit bad. It goes down the generations, but you actually don't like it. I sold it on Gumtree for quite a lot of money. And I thought, well, thought of Gumtree is, you know, Gumtree is a place where you can sell art. It's not something you'd really think about. You have to learn how to do targeting. As far as I haven't sold enough to cover the cost. You're welcome to sell copies of a book down in your neck of the woods. Cool, yes, that would be a very good idea. I feel like it's that thing of I just wish I had more hours in the day, but I do, because as you know, we're creating our bus Millie, raising 2 kids, and then at night time illustrating the book. So I just feel like I'm constantly going, but it's a good thing. But I'd like it once the bus is built and I can actually, like, some people say, you know, enjoy the journey, and I'd rather enjoy the journey of having the bus built personally. You know, I was a boat builder for 7 years. I enjoyed the journey of building things then. Now, I've got to work on my sizes of people here. Elijah's probably as big as the car. And you know, it doesn't have to, probably doesn't have to be exactly. And you know, you could even have, okay, here's an idea. Could even have, oopsie, you stay the same size, Elijah. So have Crumpet racing ahead, like he's going to drive the car. This is one thing which is I find a bit of a pain with Procreate when you're moving things around. It constantly wants to jiggle the size of it. I don't know if it's what I'm doing, the way I'm moving them around, but let's get Mum in here as well. And then we can get an idea of spacing of everything. Now, see, this is going to be the best guide. What a regular size. I mean, it's cartoon as well, but you know. Something like that. Can bring Elijah forward and bigger. Before I forget, can we give Mum more of a smile, please? Okay, sorry, I didn't do that. I thought she's concerned that get that monkey off my car. Now I've noticed a little thing here on the house, a little error. I must have chucked a line in there somewhere. Okay, I'm going to write that down as well, because I'm not going to do it this second. Mum, smile. It's written. Monster Mum. Get that monkey away from my car. Okay. Now, let's get all our elements in there. Okay, oh no, I don't want that bit. Because I hadn't traced around the edge like I had done on here on the original drawing. Which is there. So that is all for one image. Now it's going to be interesting to see, because that has highlighted that particular layer, I think it will just copy the actual layer. It won't copy everything. But this will be a test of that. Let's see what happens. Yes, exactly as I thought. No, it was... She was huge initially. Gives me an idea of another book for Elijah and Crumpet. Elijah and Crumpet Travels. They can be huge like Gulliver. And that doesn't have to be massive either, because we're going to have text here. And I'll get the text. I think I'm going to need to get the text in. It might be something that I start doing in this part, because it's quite important really with the layout of the whole book. And Rob, because I've moved Elijah, I have only just noticed this, the green pants against the green hill. What do you think about that contrast of Elijah's shorts on the hill behind? I'll just get rid of that grey so it looks a bit more like a wheel. And then I go out and get, looks fine now. Yep, okay, cool, I can tick one off. Where are we here? Hill cut behind it. And zoomed in, done that one, cross that one out. Bring Tesla in, done that. So we've got gum trees, Mum's smile, and we're still doing a bit more of a layout here. We've got some thought bubble clouds over here. That one. There's so much to learn on this program, but this program is so good at the same time. And I say that and I've just messed up. So I'll get rid of that one, put that in twice. I thought because, I mean, everyone saw me do it. Everyone on the live saw me do it. All of you, Elijah and Crumpet, saw me do it. So I'm here, I'm blue on the clouds. Here we go. And copy. Go to gallery. Here we go. I did it that time. I mustn't have had it highlighted. It's good to know. I hate it when it does things and you think you might actually be going crazy. Now, bring in my hand from the top so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Take the little green line at the top. And you can kind of swivel that image. Liking that very much. Now just to confirm, Rob, the gum trees you mentioned, you thinking on the distance in the hills or on the horizon line in the distance kind of thing, or big behind the house? I mean, we have a little bit of an experiment. Let's have a bit of an experiment. Copy that one. I've got to make those sound effects while I'm doing it. Can Mum be slightly taller? Yes, and a variety. Okay, yep. So let's make Mum taller while we're here. There we go. Mini ones in the mid distance, hills. Maybe a larger one near it. Yeah, I think one poking out from behind the house could be nice. And that's a nice straight line. One thing I'm going to fix while I keep seeing it is this. Not sure how that happened. But I'm pretty sure it's all... No, it's not on that layer. That's interesting. What layer is it on? That's weird. It's a little bit on Elijah's layer here. Well, that makes life gone. I thought it might have been part of the back layer. Keely, how you doing? Great to have you here. Again. Hope you're doing well this evening. Well, it's this evening for us here in Australia. It's probably morning for you. Stayed up all night painting. That sounds fantastic. Now I've made this layer disappear again, so that layer's back. Cool, so that's out. Let's see if our gum tree is still, let's put that there. Okay. I'm thinking like a big floating tree, perhaps. Elijah and Crumpet, loved your rock mermaid. You have such talent. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I love that. Rock paintings. So now, before you if I can undo the transforms, bring it back so it fits in, fit the screen, and then do my moving, because I kind of want the trunk to sit below and the tree to just kind of be poking out from around the house. That means I'm going to be erasing a lot of tree, but that's alright. So what I do is get the tree, bring the opacity down so I can see where the house is, get the eraser, go monoline, bring it up really big, and find my line and do a little bit of erasing up to the edge, because I have, I mean, there comes a point where you've got to flatten layers, and as you saw at the beginning of the live stream, you only get 15 layers. So sadly you just can't have layer upon layer like a Sarah Lee. You've got to actually decide, you've got to know when to merge them. That's know when to fold them. So this will take a bit of time, but not too bad. Need to move the green from behind Elijah's bag for contrast. Yeah, or yeah, I can take that branch out if need be. And that way, yeah, I'll take that little bit of foliage out from here and have these branches coming up here. Yep. Nice spotting. This is really cool, erasing without making a mess. I need to vacuum around the drafting table or erase. Eraser mulch, I like that. So it's another fairly stinking hot day today here in South Australia. Definitely wanting to get the air conditioner in our bus millie pretty soon. As I said, our solar people who are setting up a kit for the solar for our bus were meant to be coming to South Australia from Victoria, and they've been locked in due to the worldwide conditions which are occurring, and they can't get across the border. We don't know if they ever get across the border. So we might have to find a different person to do our electrics, because we really need air conditioning. Attention, don't go over the line. Yes, and I'm being quiet because my youngest daughter is stirring in the bunks behind me. Okay, let's have a look. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, I think I'll get rid of that bit of because we're liking that bit of fuel. Yeah, and I think I'll put like a little mid one. If you can still read this, it says an error occurred. Please try again later. Oh, you are back on now. Okay. Oh, I wonder what that was. Maybe it was... I might have to mute the microphone, put on a time lapse, and go and tend to the little one. Just hold on. She appears to have gone back to sleep. So, back in. Hello, we have a third person watching. Feel free to ask a question about the book, which is the Elijah and Crumpet's second kids book that we're self-publishing. And this one is called Super Scout. The first book is called Motivate Man, and available from all good bookstores. let's go into adding some bit of a variation on the gum tree. I think I actually might go over one. Okay. And back in here. Now, thinking what's behind Elijah, we go behind here, like so. And this is an Ask Me Anything. Thank you, Rob, for the link. Because I've done the whole switcheroo with adding Facebook to the thing, I haven't got all my links and stuff set up. So, okay, so I'm going to write that down in my notes for next time, because I can forget these things. Add links to lives and titles, because you tend not to remember them until you're actually, on your live doing. You go, I forgot to do that. I kind of like the way that's working. Kind of flows down from up above. Keely, I'm off to bed. Lol, try and get at least 3 hours sleep. Have a great day, everyone. Yes, I will try and have 3 hours sleep, and you try and have 3 hours sleep as well. You can get merch, order a copy, pre-order this Super Scout book as we're crowdfunding it. Taking donations, you can get discounts, party bag, books too. I can't see because my text is going over everything else, but there's some cool stuff. Now that layer we might even, actually what I might do, see if it works any better. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that a bit actually. This is this thing you can go. And I can actually have it so that the tree is over the top of that horizon line of this bit of grass here. So it's kind of like, oops, too big an array. So we go like so. And then good contrast on the light here. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? A bit bigger than that. Be brave. So I heard someone saying an interesting thing about the idea of live streams for artists, saying that live stream for you creating your art is basically like having your digital shop open for business. And while you're live, you're talking to customers, you're doing whatever, it's like it's your open shop. And I thought that's a real cool way of looking at it. And things like, you know, Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and all that are like the shopping centres or the streets where your live is located. And I thought that's quite a cool way of looking at it. Because I'm kind of, apart from it being pretty much the only thing I've got time for at the moment, I'm kind of going all in on the live stream thing at the moment. HB, yeah, I'm just going to re-go over this a bit just to kind of bring that down. Okay, now thinking a good one might be to go back out to our trees. Good old gum trees. I should probably get some more gum trees. But when you can put them, so that's the equivalent of 6 gum trees. I do have another one on my mobile phone which I created on the Procreate. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I'll be really quiet. See if I go back to sleep. See if she goes back to sleep. No, that's not a going back to sleep cry. I will. I am back. So adding another thing to my list called intermission slide. You're putting it right up here. There's not many. Deforestation is quite a thing in Queensland. I don't know about that. Scouts groups will decide how they want to use it, then order from me, and then we get to distribute it around the country. Yes, one on the top. Oh, you like that, do you? My kids will love it. Okay. Okay. I found it funny. And yeah, I might put a couple on this. Oh, down in there too. Yes, it's funny, Rob. So recently, as I said, we've been up in the mid-north of the country, of South Australia, and coming back through that way, a lot of the farmland actually looks like this, like a completely treeless landscape. I mean, it has a beauty all of its own, but I'd probably prefer to see it covered in trees. It's farmland, Queensland, not a whole rainforest going on. Yeah, I think we'll get another one of. I wish I could decide how many I want before I go onto a page, so I don't have to keep going back in and copying and pasting. I could just paste a few all over the place. So yes, I think that thing before with my daughter crying, and I think that's what they call the entrepreneurs or whatever they say, but it's being authentic. Got to be authentic. You can't get around. And having the live stream abandoned to go and deal with a baby. Authentic as. And what I had originally, Rob, is Safi going to be in the window. Move this kind of dream bubble up a bit. Safi was going to be sleeping on the roof of a car. I can put Safi in the window. But yeah, let me know what you think there. I was thinking roof of a car could be good, and that way it I've just thought of something else that could be, because we haven't actually drawn the next one yet. So okay, here's a so we've got the window is a bit blank. So what we could do is, because we don't have Safi in here yet, Safi originally was on the bookcase. So Safi needs to go in this one, but then Safi is in the window here. And we have this little thing going, is that in the first book, Motivate Man, we have Safi on every page of a book. Now, so like if, and for the next page, Safi is sleeping on the roof of a car, and then for the next page, I don't know, we have Safi holding on for dear life somewhere in the background here. I mean, even be zoomed out a bit more and have a bit of a roof and see the claws holding onto the roof, because later, where are we? In the this one, there's going to be a sighting of a rare animal in the wilderness, which Crumpet is going to do a what do you call it, a Boy Who Cried Wolf kind of thing, where he's actually claiming he's seen a thylacine, which is a Tasmanian tiger, which apparently they've been seen all throughout the country. They're not just Tasmania, they're all up the east coast, and even in South Australia apparently is where the Tasmanian tiger used to live. So anyway, that rare sighting is of Safi, not of the thylacine. So that could be a funny way that that Safi got from the house to the campground. And it's quite funny. I think it's quite funny. So yeah. Okay, Safi on the roof. I think I've sold that one. Okay, but I think I was still going with a few more trees. Perhaps one in there, another one up in there. I don't want to overdo it because the original book, behind the house, the mountains are quite, I don't know if you can see that well, the mountains are quite bare. But I haven't shown much of the mountains there, and that there is. I thought I'd actually have a copy with me, Rob, this time. Yeah, there's not many there too, so I reckon we can get away with putting in a few more trees, because we're often referring to the book, and I thought I need it right by my side while we're doing it. So I reckon we'll get one of the big ones, big gum trees. Might even have it on the ground and have a bit of trunk. Looks good against the car. So Rob, I'm sure you would have told me, but obviously we haven't heard back from Elon Musk about the smiling Tesla. whether he's going to modify his, what kind of Tesla is your one? Model 3 or something? A Model 4 might be a smiling one. Need to remember the window view, yes. There's something to do on the window. Or potentially, I have to have a look when I'm looking at the big picture again. See if it's potentially somewhere where some of the text could go, maybe. Because what I'm tending to do is kind of fog out the region where the text is, fog out the image, sorry, behind the text. So the text isn't competing with the contrast that's happening in the image, because that's the big thing. It's never too late, Rob. Good point. Never too late. Good spotting. You know, I'll never be able to go live without you again. No nights off. But what are we going to do? Watch Netflix? Read a book? Instead of reading a book, we're making a book right here. Yeah, it will get darker, just because it's transparent at the moment. It's doing its transparent thing. So today's news, you know, every day is news day. No, I would be editing. Oh, you would be editing, okay. Is that some good news? Some good news editing. Okay. Let's bring up that opacity. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna come in here a bit. Tidy up some of that edge. I'm going to come back down the edge of a Tesla just to bring it out to meet the tree a bit as well. We're into the pixels. Now it's a show and tell video. I also have to write a script for Elijah's childhood summit presentation. Cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. He got into that. Or won that. Did he win that? I can't remember. I saw the video. My memory's terrible. I need more sleep. Okay, so we've gone over an hour. I'm trying initially to keep them at hours, keep it tabs on to the left of the light. Bit of a green. To the left of the light, bit of a green. Not sure what that one is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Yes, so keeping them at an hour to start with, because going in an hour's live stream every night for a month is on this. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the car out to that a bit. Because it's kind of got a bit of a haze because it's not an actual solid line. So I need to make that a bit solid, more solid, if that's what you were talking about. Yeah, so get a bit of a gauge on how much data it all uses. Given that I'm on cellular data, I'm getting a bit of a guide. I think I can potentially go longer, but I would rather so that, you know, rather than do like a 2 hour or 3 hour stream one night, bring it up bit by bit so we don't get to the end of the month and having to chuck on extra packs which cost more at the end. But I'm on 180 gig Telstra pack, which is it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and I think I've got the size data pack about right. It's funny, the guy at Telstra said, "Oh, that'll be heaps, mate." Yeah, that'll be heaps. But we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, thank you so much, Keely, for joining tonight. Keely V, check out Random Rock Arts, I think is the name on YouTube. And also, of course, Rob from Elijah and Crumpet. Go check out the Elijah and Crumpet YouTube channel and also Instagram channel. And I also have the Andy C. Marshall Instagram, where I show lots of finished work like this and time lapses and stuff like that. So check us out there. I'm excited to see what it's done on Facebook, if it's appeared on Facebook, on my brand new Andy Marshall Illustrator Facebook page, because I'm streaming out to 4 platforms, which is awesome. And kids just woken up again, so it's perfect time to end the live stream. So check you later, everyone. Catch you next time.